So I wanted to do this update video to keep posted everyone that is actually having the game in their wish list, and this would be a quick update on our side on the delay that we have so far with this release. The melee system took longer than planned because we are not doing simple hit reactions. You can tackle the NPC by trying to grab their legs, putting them on the ground, so that would be interesting, and in a close quarter combat. And also the leg shot, so now you can leg shot the NPC, it will fall down, and while they're falling and they're on the ground and they're going up, they cannot shoot you back, so they're like off balanced, to say. And then we put some foundation for the future releases to put some disarming technique, so you can punch the gun, push the gun, or hit the gun off the hand of the NPC, and then it will try to go and grab their gun back, and while they're doing that, you have time to put the kill shot. That would be an interesting twist. So that was the other thing that had us slowed down a little bit. Then we also tried to give you the ability to, a little bit professional wrestling with NPC, so you can hand slam them on the chest and put them down on the ground, maybe near corners, something like that. So you hear them coming from the corner and you jump on them, hit them on the chest, and they fall down. And then you can put the headshot then. So it's a little bit more John Wick kind of an experience where we're trying to put the hand combat VR-ish style into the FPS extraction shooter genre. And yeah, that was a little bit tricky for us to accomplish because we had a very simple NPC structure that we had to a little bit expand. So we have now AI system built around the NPC. So for now, the model is just pre-trained. So it would be a little bit smarter than the current one. For example, it will try to pick routes towards you that are near hardcovers, around walls, around other hardcovers. It will feel more like a player, yet still NPC. Those model will be simple. You'll see that the difference is significant with the previous one that you complained that they're like dummy targets, but still they will be dummy compared to compared to the potential there. So we will start training those models ourselves. Because this is a heavy training them on a device while playing with them is a little bit heavy. And also maybe we will try to build a system where we run a simulation on a PC where they fight each other, and that's how they learn the map and how they should behave on the map. So that would be another thing that we're thinking about. The idea is to make the NPC behave like a player. So you have this experience of PvP, but with a PvE element. So you don't have cheaters, you don't have rats, you don't have all of those annoying elements, but you still feel like you're fighting a intelligent system. So that's a foundation we put in. The pre-trained basic model will be released with this release, and then we'll slowly try to build different models. This would give us also the ability to put different tier of enemies, where those are different evolution of the AI model, which would be interesting to see how it plays out. And then we also had a few nasty bugs that we had to take care of because of the older refactoring we did on the NPCs, which unfortunately slowed us more than we expected. And we have some other overheads around the studio work that are not related to the game directly, so this slowed us additionally a little bit. And then we're closing this release with one more important feature. This is the start of a shifting of our extraction gameplay from pure looting toward achievement and objective-driven raids. Because, to be honest, it's fun to maybe for some of us it's fun to do Tetris on Arena Breakout or Tarkov when you're looting. This very thrilling mini game element where you need to pull all the gear of the players, throw it somewhere safe, and then start jiggling around and trying to min-max. But this is not for VR. VR is not about that. While on a flat screen, Tetris management of the inventory makes sense. On the VR, it's more of an experience, and it should be experiential elements and features, not those tedious Tetris mini games. So what we are introducing now will be the first step to shifting to this direction. And now you will have a key. So now, in order to extract from the RAID, you need to find the key. The key is located on somewhere on the second floor of the small building, the first one, the nearest one to the spawn. And on the second floor, usually there is very little loot so far. So for those of you that played it, it's a zone that is almost unusable or avoided. So now it would be a main place to go. There will be like few different rooms around if you know the building, it's like a square. In the middle is like kind of a inner yard empty kind of a design, architectural design. And it's like going in a square around that. And those rooms, there's like 3 different rooms with few different desks there. One is like some kind of repairing machines. One is with PCs on them. And I forgot the other one is some tools on them. And there will be a random spawn, only one key on one of those desks, where there is a notepad, and on the notepad it says extraction key, and on the notepad itself there is the key. So you need to grab that key, you need to use it on the extraction door, unlock, and then you can extract. So this is the first of many such elements that we will put, and the idea is that we want to introduce, from the beginning, we want to introduce this hero's journey style. Christopher, I forgot who invented it. It was a filmmaker, where the idea is that you start like ordinary person, then you have an opportunity in front of you, then you have a little bit struggle with it, then you take the jump, then you go through the journey, you find your dark sides, you find your lack of skills, then you improve upon those, and then you get victorious on the other side of the journey. And we would like to have this as experience every time you get into the raid. And I think without this objective-oriented achievement, objective-oriented approach, there's no way for you to have it. Though you can feel that a little bit when you have like zero to hero on the standard extraction shooters like Arena Breakout or Tarkov. You can kind of feel it sometimes if you just jump in the way many of us hate you doing, like a pistol with tier 4 armor, in just snap someone, take his stuff, and then go improve from that and try to kill all the rest of the players and go out victorious with all the stuff. But again, this is like, it's based on looting, and it's based on you getting into the raid with a minimum investment and trying to max out the profit you going out. And this, for me, this is a little bit annoying. I would prefer to have it like objective, achievement oriented. So you always have this zero to hero start, where you start with nothing. You find this body on your spawn that is laying on the ground, and there is a pistol and a mag in it. And then you need to go around the map, and there will be different locations that will provide different benefits. For example, you can decide that first you want to go silent. So you need to go to the armory room, which have the silencers and attachments. So there will be a room with all kind of attachments. So it's like a Christmas tree. So you find your way to that room, either through, I don't know, a little bit melee, a little bit sneaking, not making a lot of noise, because making noise will attract all of them. This is another, maybe for the beginners, annoying part, but for us this was a major experience. So whenever you get the silencer, you will feel like twice stronger just because of the silencer, similar to the real life. So the silencer is a huge perk to have. So you can do that, and then you have your silencer, and then you can be less noisy, killing them a little bit more strategically without pulling all of the surrounding guards on you. And then you rush, maybe for the key, and maybe extract, because you accomplish your goal. Or maybe you decide to get up a little bit more. Then you need to go to the second room, which has all of the guns, all of the big guns. So you go into the room, and then you have like AKs, UMP, whatever you want. So shotgun, depend on your mood and style, you can gear up. From then, and then you can bring with you whatever attachments you think you will need. For this thing, though, you have another element. You will have a body with a backpack. This is the only place you can find a backpack. It's a single backpack in the raid. And you can find this backpack. So you need to decide, do you first go for the silencer? Do you risk it for the back? Then the attachments, then the big guns? Or maybe you go attachments, take only the pistol silencer, go make your way back a little bit more safety, go back to the back, find the backpack, then go back, put all of the attachments in, and go to the big guns, and then build a gear up, and then you're like motherfucking killing machine on the map, possibly. And then that's the way we want to see this progression, and we want to experience this progression each time. So I think this would make fun on VR. I'm not sure if it would be fun on PC, but on VR it will be, because you will experience everything in this way, and you will feel the progression, and you'll have to do a lot of stuff with your hands and whatnot. So for those other rooms, there will be keys again that you need to find. So there is like always location A, find or maybe not the keys, but you need to start a generator or something like that. So you have always the same recipe. So you go point A, enabling the access to point B. Point B, boost up your military abilities. Then again, another point A, enabling point B, go to point B, gear up a little bit more, so forth. Only the backpack would be Only the backpack would be thrown somewhere outside near a body, similar to the initial Glock drop on the body near the spawn point. Pretty much that's our road forward, and we would love to make it a little bit different on the looting side, but this is something we're still brainstorming, and we will share once we have visibility how we are gonna go about that. I think with this release, we are putting all of the elements needed, almost all of the elements needed for us to go beta. The next release that will fix this, that will complete this achievement / objective based raids, that would be our go to beta state release. Once we do that, I think the game should be ready, like a full featured game, and then we will just expand with more maps. And we'll try in the same approach, VR-ish. Each map will represent different type of experiences. Maybe one emulating ambushing, where you need to ambush a convoy, one where you are the one that's going to be ambushed, etc., etc. Then once we go to that, those will be DLCs, and most probably we will try to roll it free to play. So a hint for everyone that's listening, you can share with your friends this video, because the game is now, I think, under $10, depending on your region. And for those that are early adopters, we will make so all of the DLCs to be free to play for you guys. So when the game goes free to play, everyone that bought the game up before that, they will have all the DLCs coming up for free. The rest of the guys, they will get the game free, but then they will need to pay for the DLCs. I think that's a fair way for us to move to a free-to-play model, and I hope you respect that. We are still working in parallel with the multiplayer co-op. We are building it around one game that's emulating a little bit social games. Just to test it out. So once we have that released and we see it works, we will move that and put it inside the Escape from X, so you will have ability to play with your friends, and we'll see. So that's all from me for today. Thank you very much, and we'll do our best to release as soon as possible the current release, and then jump into the final release that will move the game to a bit more fun-oriented extraction shooter, objective achievements kind of style, gameplay style. So that's all from me. Thank you very much, and bye-bye.